The Secret Garden, Chapter 6, A Wonderful Day. During midnight, Mary woke up because she heard screaming and crying. Colin is having one of his tantrums, she thought. She put her head over her ears, but she couldn't block the terrible noise. Someone should really stop him, she cried. He's so selfish. He's waking up everyone in the house. She ran into Colin's room and shouted at him. Stop! I hate you! Everyone hates you! You scream until you die and hope that you do. She looked at Colin's red face and red eyes. He looked terrible. Mary was so angry that she didn't worry about him. If you scream again, then I scream louder, she told him. I can't stop, Colin said as he was crying. There is something wrong with my back. I have a crooked back and then I'll die. Don't ever let me look at your back, said Mary. She looked at the poor thin back for a long time. There is nothing wrong with it. Your back is perfectly straight. Colin Saunders stopped crying, and Mary sat by his bed, talking to him quietly until he fell asleep. The next morning, Mary met Deacon in the garden. She told him about Colin crying the night. The poor boy. We must get him out here, said Deacon kindly. Yes, we must, said Mary. Mary wanted to see Colin later that day. She told him about Deacon and his squirrels, who were called Nut and Shell. Then Colin said, I'm sorry. I said that I would set Deacon away. He's a wonderful boy. I am pleased you said that, said Mary, because he's coming to see you tomorrow and is bringing his animals. Colin suddenly looked happy. Mary decided to tell him her great secret. That's not all, she said. There's not something even better. I have found the door to the garden. Colin was very pleasant. Then we can go in and find out what's inside, he cried. Mary waited a moment, and then she told him the truth. I have been inside. What I could tell you so much about it. I couldn't tell you my secret until I was sure that I could trust you. The next day at breakfast, Colin told his nurse, a boy and his animals are coming to see me. Bright went straight up when they arrived. Soon afterwards, Mary heard the noise of an animal. Can you hear that noise? Asked Mary. Yes, said Colin. But what is it? That's Deacon Lamb, she said. There is coming to see you. Deacon came him. He was smiling. He carried a lamb and his little fox coming behind him. The squirrel sat on his shoulder and the crow on the other. Another squirrel was in his pocket. Colin looked at him in surprise. Deacon gave a lamb to Colin and then gave him a bottle to feed it. Colin was happy. While he was feeding the lamb, Mary and Deacon talked about the garden and about the flowers that were growing there. Colin listened. After some time, he cried, I must see it all. I must see the secret garden. Yes, of course you must, said Mary, and you must see it now. They put Colin in his wheelchair and Deacon pushed it along the garden patch. Mary told Colin about the places they passed on the way to the secret garden. I met Ben Whistle here, he said. I saw the robin there. Then she said quickly to him, and this is the secret garden. Mary looked around to make sure that no one was watching, and Ben Deacon pushed the chair quick inside. Colin looked at the tree and the flowers. He listened to the sweet sound of a bird singing, and he felt the warm sun of his face. His pale skin started and to become pink as a burden in the good French air. Then he cried out, I will be well, I will live forever and ever. On that day, the world changed for a calling. It's a wonderful day, said Deacon, looking at Mary and Colin. Yes, it is, replied Mary. I don't want this day to finish, said Colin happily. It's been the best day in the world and we will come back every day. Ci vediamo al prossimo video, baci, Zia Ari!